welcome to all. Let us continue our class on integration. See, in our previous class, we have proved some of the properties of definite integrals, and with the help of those properties, we have solved some of the problems. So let us continue our class on integrals, definite integrals. Okay, see our applications of integrals. So what are the applications of definite integrals? See, applications of integrals. So how can we apply integrals? What are the applications of integrals? So let us discuss about those things in this session. See, for our syllabus for this year, so they have considered area under simple curves. Observe the heading here, area under simple curves. So this is the syllabus which has been considered for this year. See, area under simple curves. So what is the meaning of this area under simple curves? How can we use integrals to find out the area? Okay, so let us discuss few theory points. Afterwards we can work out some of the problems related to this. So suppose, see, area under simple curves means, so if I, okay, let me consider, see, this x-axis, and so let us consider this x-axis and y-axis. So observe this carefully. So listen to the explanation. Afterwards we can do some of the problems. So see, if we have x-axis and y-axis, okay, so let us consider one curve. So let us say this as if I have a curve, say, so curve is in the form of y is equal to f of x. So it is a curve. See, if I consider two vertical, see here, so this is a line, observe this, it is a line parallel to y-axis, this is another line parallel to y-axis, they meet x-axis at these points. So it is one of the point on x-axis, another point on the x-axis. Let us mark those points as, see, P and Q. So P is a point on x-axis, so length of this, okay, so what are the coordinates of point P? So let us consider this, okay, this point as a R and this point as a, say, S, okay. So then coordinates of point P. So let us consider this line. See, we know that line parallel to y-axis. This is RQ is another line parallel to y-axis. So if a line is parallel to y-axis means how the equation looks like. See, any line parallel to y-axis is of the form, see, that is x is equal to a. So the equation of this line is P. So it is a line parallel to y-axis. So any line which is parallel to y-axis is of the form x is equal to a. So a is a this length, okay. So then coordinates of point P, what are the coordinates of point P? So it is a point on x-axis means x-axis will be present and y-axis will be 0. Then similarly I have considered another line RQ which is parallel to y-axis. So it is of the form, say, x is equal to, so the equation of this line is of the form x is equal to b, then coordinates of point Q are b comma 0, okay. So these are the coordinates. See, I have the situation like this. So I have two lines. What are those two lines? See, first of all, I have a given curve which is of the form y is equal to f of x, okay. This is a given curve, and I have two vertical lines. See, they are vertical lines. In this case I am considering vertical lines, that is x is equal to a and another line is x is equal to b. And see, if, so here the question comes here. What is the question? If we want to find the area, see here, if we want to find the area, see which area, okay, see, if I want to find this area, observe this area, this region, see, if I want to find this area, see, okay, if we want to find this area, observe that area. So what is that region? See, that area, this area means it is the region PQRS, okay, area under the region PQRS. The question is, we have to find out this area. I will put the question mark here, observe that. See, I have put the question mark here. That means we want to find out this area. See, this area means where is that area and what it contains. First, observe those points. So, it is a area. Observe what I am saying. It is a area bounded by. We say like this. It is a area. Observe only this much. I don't want this outer portion. I am concentrating on only the shaded portion. Okay. So, inside this region, whatever the quantity, see here, PQRS, inside the region PQRS, I am talking about that. I am talking that as area. So if you want to find out the area which is bounded by, see, x-axis, okay, this area is, see, bounded by, observe this point, x-axis, okay, this is x-axis, bounded by x-axis and the lines, okay, as I already told, it has the lines x is equal to a and x is equal to b. Of course, they are vertical lines. Okay. So, if we want to find the area bounded by the curve, okay, this is a curve, x-axis, okay, bounded by the curve, x-axis and the lines. To find out this area, okay, which area? Area bounded by this x-axis, observe this diagram, x-axis, curve and the lines. Lines means vertical lines. They are the lines which are parallel to y-axis. Okay. So if we want to find such areas, so we can apply integrals. Okay. So how can we understand this? See, I want to find out this area. Okay. See, suppose if I consider, see that one strip, one, okay, see this one strip, say vertical strip, it is a vertical strip. So assume that it is a vertical strip. So such type of large number of strips are there inside this area. So I am considering only one strip. So this strip is rectangular strip. See this rectangular. So I am considering, or I am talking about only one strip. So I am considering this strip. Okay. Then see, from this point to this point, say, observe this. This is a rectangular strip. I am talking about rectangular strip. Okay. So let us consider one arbitrary strip or one small elementary strip. So let us say this height. See, height of this, it has a height. So let us say this height as say y, because I am considering this lines parallel to y-axis. So let us take this height of this strip as y, and see this from this point to this point. So it is, the points are on x-axis. So let us mark it as say dx. Okay. So this width I will take it as say dx, and this height of the elementary strip. So I am considering one strip whose height is y and width is, okay, dx. So the width of that elementary strip or one particular strip is dx and height is y. Then what is the area of this elementary? I'm talking about only this one strip. Okay. So what is the area of this this elementary strip which I have taken? So what is the area? So area means, okay, see area. So area of the rectangle, you know, so this is rectangular shape. What is the area of the rectangle? So area of the rectangle is length into breadth. Okay, length into breadth. So this length is y and breadth is dx. So area means, so that I will write it as CDA. Okay, that is area. So I want to find out area of this strip. So area is equal to, so length into breadth. So length is, I have taken y. Okay, length is y. Okay, let me write this as length into breadth or width. Okay, length is y and this width of the strip is see dx. So the multiplying these two, I will get this area, that is y into dx. See, observe this, y into dx. Let me repeat it once again. What is my situation here? I am talking about area bounded by the curve x-axis and the lines x is equal to a, x is equal to b. Observe that those lines are parallel to y-axis. So to find out that area, so I am considering one elementary strip. What is the area of this elementary strip? Area of the, that is rectangular shape. So length into breadth. So length is y. This breadth I have taken it as dx. So multiplying those two, I will get area of one strip. So I want this whole area. See this whole area. So this area contains similar kind of so many strips. Okay. So from this point to this point, see PQRS, I want to find out this area inside the region PQRS. Okay, so to find out that area, so I got already the area of one strip ydx. So what will be this whole area? This whole area means I have to consider such kind of more elementary strips, and I have to add all those areas. I have written only area of one strip. So area of so many number of strips will give me the total area. So total area means I have to add all the area. So to get this area, okay, so I have to, what I have to do, I have to add all the areas of these elementary strips. So that is nothing but, to get that area I have to integrate this. Integrate, the integration means summation, elongated symbol. So if I add areas of such elementary strips, I will get the whole area. That is nothing but integration of dA. Integration of dA means what? dA means y dx. See, integration of y dx. This gives me area. Okay, area under the curve, that is integration of y dx. Integration of y dx, or integration of, what is this y? See, y means f of x. Observe this. We all are same here. So integration of y dx. This is area of the curve, whatever the curve given, bounded by x-axis. Remember that, bounded by x-axis and the lines x is equal to a to x is equal to b. So how can we write that? See, x is equal to a to x is equal to b. Of course, this is definite integral. So if we integrate this y, we will get the answer. That answer is nothing but area. So this is how we can apply the integrals to calculate area under simple curves. Okay, this is one case. I have explained only one case. What is that case? If I consider vertical strip, see here I have considered vertical strip. This is my first case. So if I consider vertical strip whose height is h and width is dx, if I calculate that area, I will get y dx. If I integrate that, I will get the whole area. That is integration of y dx. So this case applies to area bounded by the curve x-axis and the lines x is equal to a to x is equal to b. This is my first case. Okay, I hope you can understand all these points. See, I will write it now briefly. Okay, so what is this area bounded by the curve x-axis and the lines is given by area is equal to, this is my first case, a to b. What is this? Y dx. Okay, this is my first case. Then let us move to second case. See, observe this. Okay, I will write it here only. Okay, I will consider okay, let me consider another curve. See, if the curve is like this, then see, here I have considered two vertical lines. Here I will consider two horizontal lines. See, observe this. Okay, I have considered horizontal lines. Okay, let me take this as a, okay, A, B, C, D. See, horizontal. So horizontal lines means they are parallel to x-axis. Observe the difference between these two. Here the lines are parallel to y-axis. Here the lines are parallel to x-axis. So we know lines parallel to x-axis. Okay, lines parallel to x-axis, they are of the form. See, lines parallel to y-axis are of the form x is equal to something. So lines parallel to y-axis are of the form. We know that in trigonometry, you know, y. So lines parallel to x-axis are of the form y is equal to something. So that y is equal to, say, c to y is equal to d. So these are the lines. Now, so here I have considered vertical strip. So this is vertical strip. So I have found out the area of that. Okay, vertical strip. Here, similarly, I will consider see, horizontal strip. Okay, see, horizontal strip. I have considered horizontal strip. So whose width is, see this. Okay, whose height is, I will consider that as, see here, I have considered that as, okay, this is height. So whose height I have considered it as, see, y. Okay, so this is a horizontal strip. I have considered horizontal strip. So I will consider this as x, and this width, see this. So here I have considered that as dx, and I have considered lines parallel to x-axis. So you will consider this as, see, this width as say dy. So if I want to find out this area, observe this. See, observe this. So let us call this as this is a curve. Okay, this is a curve. This is another curve. Say y is equal to f of x is a curve. This is another curve. X is equal to function of y. So I will call this as x is equal to g of y. So my lines are here. So if I want to find out, see, area. Okay, second case, area of the curve. What is this? X is equal to g of y. This is the curve in this case. So what are my lines? My lines are y is equal to c. See, y is equal to c, y is equal to d. So they are bounded by what? See, bounded by y-axis. Observe this. Bounded by, this is x-axis, and bounded by, see, bounded by y-axis is, okay, see. So if I consider this horizontal, see, horizontal strip, so area is once again length into breadth. That means, so area I will get what? See, dA is equal to, see, this length is x and width is dy, see, dy. This is area of one horizontal strip. Okay, this is horizontal strip. Okay, here I have considered vertical strip. So area of one elementary horizontal strip is x into dy. So I want to get this whole area. So this area of this inside region, that can be got by integrating this. So that is integration of this dA. So integration of dA is nothing but integration of, see, x dy. So that area is integration of x dy. So what is that lines? Where y is equal to c to y is equal to d. See, square units, because this is area. Observe this. These are the two very, very important cases. You have to note down and understand it clearly. Let me repeat it again. This is the area of the curve. What is the curve, and what is its form? X is equal to function of y. So we have solved for x. Bounded by y-axis. See, this curve is like this, bounded by y-axis, and the lines y is equal to c to d. That is integration of x dy. Okay. So integration of x dy. If we want to find the area of the curve bounded by x-axis and the lines, say, x is equal to a to b, then integration of y dx. So here there are two cases. Integration of y dx means bounded by x-axis. Integration of x dy means bounded by y-axis. So how can we decide it is bounded by x-axis and y-axis? We have to draw the rough diagram. Whenever we calculate the area under simple curves, we have to draw a rough sketch. Okay. After drawing a rough sketch, then we have to be careful about these limits of integration. Then afterwards, we have to decide whether it is bounded by x-axis or bounded by y-axis. Okay. So if we consider vertical strip, integration of y dx. If we consider horizontal strip, it is bounded by y-axis, then it is integration of x dy. These are the first two very important cases. I hope you can understand all these things. Very, very important cases. Okay. So in this way, we can use integrals to find area under simple curves. Okay. So you remember this, x is equal to a to x is equal to b. X is equal to a to, see, this is x is equal to a to, this x is equal to b, and y is equal to c to y is equal to b. So these are the, see, the points are here. Okay, this is one point on y-axis, this is another point on y-axis. So the coordinates I haven't written here. See, 0, comma c. Okay, coordinates of d are this capital D. Okay, 0, comma small d. See, this coordinates of y. So y is equal to c to y is equal to d, integration of this x dy. That is bounded by y-axis. It is bounded by x-axis. So this is all about the theory points. Okay, note down these theory points. Then afterwards we can apply this for few simple examples. So we can understand it clearly by solving one simple example. Okay. So let us consider one example. Okay, I will sideline this. Okay, let me consider one example, very, very important for 3 marks. Okay. So what is that example? Find the area of the region. So let me write the example. Find the area of the region bounded by bounded by the curve y square is equal to x, and the lines x is equal to 1. Okay, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 4, and the x-axis in the first quadrant. Very simple and very easy problem. Okay, see, now in this session we have discussed these two cases. If the curve is bounded by x-axis, integration of y dx. If the curve is bounded by y-axis, integration of x dy. Okay, so let us read the problem here. So let me do this one. Okay, see, what is the problem given? Let us read the problem. Find the area of the region clearly. So in sentence they have mentioned it. Area of the region bounded by the curve y square is equal to x, and the lines x is equal to 1, x is equal to 4, and the x-axis in the first quadrant. So it is the first case. So they are given the curve and the lines and the x-axis in the first quadrant. Okay, so let us draw the rough sketch. See, before going to the problem here, see, let us draw the rough sketch. So rough sketch means we have to see given curve here. Note down this given curve is, okay, y square is equal to, see, observe carefully what I am doing here. See, we have to draw the rough sketch, means we have to draw the graph of the function y square is equal to x. So y square is equal to x. So let us prepare a table here. See, x and y. So let me give few values. So observe this, y square is equal to x. So we can give values for x or y. So whatever the values. Say I will give values for y. Observe this, I am giving values for y. So if y is equal to 0, then x is equal to what? 0 square. That will be what? 0. Then if y is equal to 1, say I am giving values for y. See, y is equal to 1, then x is equal to what? 1 square means 1. Then if y is equal to, say, minus 1, so minus 1 whole square. So minus 1 whole square. Minus 1 whole square means 1. So value of x will be what? 1 only. Then if I give, see, value as 2 for y, 2 square. 2 square means what? That is 4. Then if I give negative value for y, see, minus 2, then minus 2 whole square, that will also be 4 only. Okay. Then observe this, I am giving the values for y, then I got the values for x for this curve. Then let me draw a graph here. It's a rough sketch. This is a rough sketch. Okay. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Observe the graph. Okay. See here. So I will see 1. So on the x-axis, we can mark this as 1. Okay, we have, see, 0, 1, 4. Means 2, 3, okay, 4. Then negative values. Observe this negative values, minus 1, minus 2. So for x, we don't have any negative values. So for on the y-axis, we have minus 1, minus 2. So that is 1, 2, then minus 1, okay, minus 2. So we are not given any, see, we don't want this portion. Observe this 1, 4. So 1, 4. I want only 1 and 4. Okay. Then see, on y-axis we have 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. So this is a rough diagram. So observe this 0, 0. So I will mark this point here. Okay, 0, 0. Then 1, 1. Okay, 1, 1 is here. Then 1, minus 1. So 1, minus 1. So it is here 1, minus 1. It lies in fourth quadrant. 4, 2. So that is 4. Then this 2. Okay, 4, 2. It is here 4, 2. Then 4, minus 2. See, 4, minus 2. Okay, we want only this one. So then it will be a parabola. Okay, observe this. So it is the graph. Okay, this point is here, this point is here, this point is here, and this point is here. Okay, this is the graph of this y square is equal to x. So we have drawn the rough sketch. We did not draw in the graph sheet. In the notebook itself, you can draw this. See, then they have given here, and the lines x is equal to 1, x is equal to 4. See, where are the lines x is equal to 1? See, x is equal to 1 is a line parallel to y axis. Generally, we have taken x is equal to a. That is x is equal to 1. Observe this, understand this problem. So x is equal to 1 is a line. See, this is a line. So this is x is equal to, see, x is equal to 1 is a line. X is equal to 1 is a line parallel to y axis. Then another line is x is equal to 4. Okay, this is x is equal to 4. See, this is another line. X is equal to 4. See, x is equal to 1 is a line parallel to y axis. X is equal to 4 is a line passes through 4 and parallel to y axis. So we have to find the area of the region bounded by the curve. Okay, this is a curve, and the lines x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 4, and the x-axis, observe this, x-axis in the first quadrant. See, this is the first quadrant. Okay, so this is the first quadrant. We have to find the area bounded by x-axis and the lines, x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 4 in the first quadrant means, see, we have to take only this. So we don't have to consider all this. We have to take only first quadrant because they told that we have to find the area in the first quadrant. Okay, I will share this area. So this is the required area. Okay, this is 1. See, this is the required area. Mark it as here. So this is the area in the first quadrant bounded by x-axis and the lines x is equal to 1, x is equal to 4, and the curve. So how can we use the integral here? So required area, okay, I'll write that as C, area is equal to, so x is equal to a to x is equal to b. Generally I will write it, x is equal to, see, x is equal to a to x is equal to b. See, y dx, y, because it is bounded by x-axis and the lines are x is equal to a to x is equal to b. That is nothing but, see, integration, observe this, x is equal to a. So x is equal to a means, see, this x is equal to 1 to x is equal to this one, another line, x is equal to 4, the b is 4. So where is this y? Observe this, the given curve is, see, a lot of students get confused here. See, y square is equal to x. Okay, I will write it here. See, y square is equal to x means I want y. So what is this y? Y is, see, y square is equal to x means y is equal to square root of x. Observe this. It's not so easy. Y is equal to square root of x. So I can take positive value because we are finding area in the first quadrant. So that is root x. Y is equal to root. So what is y? We have to solve for y. See, that is root x with respect to x. Observe this, with respect to x. Y is equal to root x with respect to x. That is, see, integration of 1 to 4. So root x means what? X to the power of half. I can write that as x to the power of half. So now to integrate this, so make use of the power rule. Okay, so integration of x to the power of n is x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. So that is, so I will, okay, I will do it here only. So x to the power of, okay, n plus 1, that is half plus 1. Half plus 1 is what? 3 by 2. So x to the power of 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. So it is a definite integral. Don't write the constant. 1 to 4. X to the power of n plus 1, that is half plus 1 means 3 by 2 divided by n plus 1, that is 3 by 2. So now upper limit minus lower limit. So definition of definite integral, upper limit minus lower limit. Observe this, y is equal to what? This root x. Y is equal to root x. Root x and x to the power of half. So integrate this, then upper limit minus lower limit. So that is, okay, I will continue from here. Okay, see, I will divided by 3 by 2. Okay, this 3 by 2 comes to the numerator, that becomes what? 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 into, see, upper limit is what? 4. So instead of x I can take 4. 4 to the power of 3 by 2 minus lower limit is 1. So 1 to the power of 3 by 2. So that is 2 by 3 as it is. 4 to the power of 3 by 2, write it as it is. 1 to the power of 3 by 2 means 1 only. Okay. Then, so if you want, you can simplify this. Okay, I will simplify that. See, 2 by 3. So that is, See that 4 to the power of 3 by 2 minus 1 to the power of 3 by 2 is 1. Okay, see this 4 I can write it as 2 square. Okay, I will show it here. See that, see this step here. See 4 to the power of 3 by 2 minus 1. Okay, this 4 I can write that as 2 square whole to the power of 3 by 2 minus 1. Then you multiply the powers, 2 get cancels. See 2 get cancels. 2 cube means what? 8. 8 minus 1, that will be what? 7. So 4 to the power of 3 by 2 minus 1. If I simplify that, I will get 7. Okay, I will write it directly here. So 7 minus 1. So that is 2 by 3. Okay, 2 by 3 into the 7 minus 1. 7 minus 1 is what? 6. 2 by 3 into 6. So I can cancel this 3 ones are 3 twos are. So 2 twos are, that is, see, area. So we have calculated the area. That is 2 by 3. Okay, 4 to the power of 3 by 2. That means 8 minus 1, that will be what? 7. Okay, so see, observe this carefully. So I have written 2 by 3 as it is. Okay, see 4 to the power of 3 by 2 minus 1. See here, I have calculated this. 4 can be done as 2 square. Write 3 by 2 as it is. So this 2 get cancels. 2 cube means 8. 8 minus 1, 7. So what is the answer for this? Observe this. This whole thing converts to what? This 7. Can write it directly here. So this whole thing, so you can write separately. So 7. So then I can cancel this 2. That multiply this 2 sevens are 14. See 14 by 3. See square units. This area is 14 by 3 square units. See this only this first quadrant. They have asked you to find the area in first quadrant. See in the first quadrant. So bounded by the x-axis and the lines x is equal to 1 to x is equal to 4 in the first quadrant. Solve for y, that is root x, that is x to the power of half means. So use the power rule. See upper limit 4 to the power of 3 by 2 minus lower limit 1 to the power of 3 by 2 is 1 only. Then you take this 3 by 2 to the numerator, you get 2 by 3. So you simplify this whole thing, you will get 7. So that is 2 sevens are 14, 14 by 3 square roots. Okay, this will be the answer. So you practice this 1 or 2 times, you will get the idea. It's very important problem for 3 marks. Okay. So first we have to draw the rough sketch. Afterwards we can make use of the definition. Okay, let us go for next example. Similar kind of example.